Did you know that Halloween comes from a Nordic fest called Samhain, where animal bones of the animals that got slaughtered for the upcoming winter were used to make a big bonfire. This bonfire should symbolize the end of summer and welcome the colder days. This beautiful fest and tradition later on got changed into a brutal children's sacrifice festival by none other than the Catholic Church, where children got picked up by droids to get burned alive. A few hundred years later, an equal evil force called Disney once again changed the origin of Halloween into a fest where humans steal the traditions of monsters and use them as their own, making Halloween cultural appropriation, alias an actual issue with holidays where you are supposed to dress up. My name is Gal, I do not have an intro, and today we are going to take a look at a childhood favorite of mine, Halloweentown. And only 4% of my viewers are subscribed. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video with somebody to remind them of this gem of a movie. The movie starts with us getting introduced to our main character, Marnie Piper's household. Marnie wants to go to a Halloween party with a few friends, but her mother does not allow Marnie to go outside during Halloween because this is a godless holiday. She doesn't really get an explanation other than mother knows best. But no explanation would be good enough for Marnie anyways, because she is obsessed with everything spooky, like I used to and still am. On the other hand, we have her brother Dylan. I hate this Snaz bitch. He is a man of science and kinda doesn't care for Halloween. He is also a snitch. Last but not least, there is Sophie, who seemingly has given up on life. Bored out of her mind, all she wants is a cookie. Here comes the kicker: the family consists of witches. This gets revealed not only by Flying Cookie, but also by their grandma entering the scene in a flying school bus. She came to bring some life into this dying household by giving the kids comedic amounts of candy and costumes right out of her sentient luggage, with unlimited storage included. In her bag is also a book about a place called Halloweentown, which for some reason is a paper-thin picture book with no text at all. She mainly shows the kids this book to introduce them to her home, wanting to tell them that this is a real place. But the mom, her daughter, stops her. Not like anyone would have believed this place and this Happy Meal gift is real. Prop department, at least give this woman something to not make her seem like a fully demented person. The grandma and mom get into a bit of an argument. It's about having to start Marnie's training because it's her 13th Halloween, and if she doesn't start it now, she won't be able to do magic like ever. She also tries to convince her to help her out with something in Halloweentown. During the fight, Grandma turns KFC into Living FC and back into KFC to show off her magic for Marnie, who was spying on them the entire time, to see. As Grandma leaves, Marnie convinces her brother to follow their grandma into the bus. On the bus, the kids not only see a bunch of weird creatures, but also see it flying through literal space and time. This doesn't convince Dylan though. Those monsters, or for a matter of fact, this bus we are in right now, isn't real. This is just some kind of Disney World, even though I would say this looks more like Universal to me, but I've been to neither one of them, so what do I know? The two siblings then find that Sophie, the character whose personality is just to be there, followed them too. They lose track of Grandma, but get found by the mayor of the city, which this scene shows me that their mom warned them about dressing up, but not about stranger danger. But he seems like a nice guy and not like a twist villain. He calls a taxi and sends the three on their way to Grandma's mansion, which I don't know why, but I really like the taxi driver. He's great. While the kids are on their way to Grammy's house, driven by my favorite character of all time, I wanted to shout out the crew doing makeup and set design. The movie looks amazing. So much care was put into making everyone look their part, which makes this book so much worse in comparison. So this is where we cut the budget? A book? Now this is what I meant with Sophie's just there. She turned this log into a frog, but never tells anybody about her powers. Even at Grandma's, who is in dire need of a second witch to charge an artifact. Thanks to Marnie's main character syndrome, Sophie just falls into the background and doesn't say anything, letting the spell fail. So now the team has to get some new ingredients. They need to get them fast because in the town, Grandma sees that one of her friends got turned into a monster, which is what already happened to other people right before they disappeared. So now we have to stay focused and not get distracted by an Elvis impersonator selling brooms. Even though brooms are pretty cool, the gang's been distracted for long enough for Marnie's mom to not only see that her kids are missing, but also get to Halloweentown herself. She forces the kids to get the next bus back home. She asks those two for direction, but they aren't really helping her, so we need a new plan. Let's go to the mayor. Mom finds out her ex-boyfriend is the new mayor of Halloweentown, while Granny is following the boy Taxi Skull warned the kids about. The mayor leaves the family of 4 alone to attend some business, so Marnie decides to go after her grandma, with the rest of the family to follow. They enter the cinema where a bunch of frozen mutated town folks are held captive. Also in there is Grandma, fighting the Dark Lord. Mom comes to help her as Luke dips. Now combined witch power will stop the dark, and they have turned into frozen pizza. The kids now remember that this movie is supposed to have a plot. They get the ingredients they need to charge the magic wand. This is when Marnie finally lets go of her main character syndrome and lets Sophie do something. The two charge up the wand that is supposed to go into the big pumpkin in town square. On their way to the pumpkin, Luke warns them about the Dark Lord. The Dark Lord, which later on is revealed to be the mayor, tries to get the monsters to attack the human world, but the monsters don't really want to do that. The monsters are actually pretty frightened by the mayor and his actions. Now the monsters are watching in terror as their mayor is attacking a bunch of children. Madeline is able to save everybody by putting the wand into the pumpkin and everybody gets back together. Happy ending. Wrong! The Dark Lord isn't defeated yet. It needs a bunch of cringy one-liners by Madeline, Danny finding out that he has magic, and a combined blast to defeat him. After defeating the mayor, Luke's true form gets revealed, which isn't too beautiful, but Marnie likes it. Plus, Marnie now gets to learn from her mother how to be a perfect witch. The entire movie, in my opinion, shines with the costume design, but sadly, it neither has very good characters nor a really good plot. I mean, there's 20 minutes of just them riding a broom for no reason, and this picture book. Yeah, this is all I have to say about this movie. Hey, are you Skull? Yeah, that's me. I found this image of you in kindergarten dressed up as... Okay, let's stop the video right here and now for no particular reason. Random cartoon clip and...